Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to a special late Sunday night edition, or maybe it's Monday morning, depending on what country you're tuning into this video from, of a link that I've been sent to a couple of times tonight, and it's specifically from a July 20th post, and it's July 29th now, almost July 30th, so it's about 9 to 10 days old. But I want to point this out because I don't know about you, but I barely have time, if any, to do my one MCOC account. Now, given we're less than a month away from me returning to the full-time grind of college professoring, so this will very much be my second hobby slash part-time job. But for a lot of people, this is what you mainly do. And I have known when I was an officer in past alliances to have discussions where we were saying, hey, I know this guy, let's bring him in. He's got 5 different accounts that he can run Alliance War with and Alliance Quest with and maximize the energy really well so we can all move. And I was always very skeptical because if nothing else, I thought, who the hell has time for 5 different MCOC accounts? And so today really breaks me because this discussion is from a guy who claims to have 10, not just 5, double that, 10 different MCOC accounts that he logs on and uses, and uses his money to maintain 10 separate accounts. You have got to be kidding me, dude. I don't know how you sleep. I don't know how you eat. Even if you're in like the Copper Alliance, I still don't get how that's possible. But this is just a common practice for so many people in the game that have apparently far more disposable income and free time than I do. And they've been able to run what this guy would literally be a third of a full 30-team alliance worth of accounts. But Kabam, and maybe it's something that they're doing within their algorithm or their servers, has started to catch on. And even if you are somebody that does not give your information and violate the terms of service for any of these accounts, you still could get an Alliance War rating reduction. So you'll see in this post that this guy reduces his Alliance War rating and he has not a claim to share any account with anyone. All 10 accounts, 10 freaking accounts, are just in his name. And yet, anyone who is looking into his account would see this based in Singapore, and yet his Alliance War rating was reduced for violating the terms of service. Now, we've got people asking, why would you have 10 accounts? This is crazy. But just after that, you also have people who are commenting saying, I have 6 accounts and 6 other members of my alliance and maintain all my accounts. Never shared, and they're a leader of the alliance and were lowered in rating once, 2 levels, and a war rating notice drastically over 3 years old. None of my members are running up to anything wrong. So, I want to say this. For those of you who are playing this game and maybe this is all that you have to do and you are running more accounts than most people thankfully have children, this might be the end of this. Because Kabam is seeing in their servers and in their algorithms that if you are logging on to multiple accounts from the same device, regardless of whether or not you own those accounts, that is violating the terms of service. It is a red flag, and Kabam simply does not have the tools or the resources to figure out ways that they can separate somebody who has 10 different accounts that they started legally without violating the terms of service versus somebody else that's piloting for 9 other alliance members and running their Alliance Quest of Alliance War. So maybe this is going to cause some people like this guy who's got 10 different accounts, ROH50 Siri almost looks like without the second eye, to quit the game. Who knows? But it appears that if you are using multiple accounts, especially in the same alliance, you are risking a terms of service violation, at which point you will lose Alliance War rating and potentially damage the credibility of your alliance. And keep in mind that the way that Kabam works right now, they're not going to send you a specific message and say, hey man, you're the person that cost the alliance points, this is what you have to do to change it. In a perfect world, that message would be there, but instead, you're simply going to be told that someone in your alliance violated the terms of service, and that is why you have been docked Alliance War rating, and it's going to be a very frustrating experience for everybody in the alliance from here on out. So, my advice to you, if you are running multiple accounts, at least put them in a different alliance. Now, if you've got 10 different accounts that are all in 10 different alliances, I can't imagine how it's humanly possible to keep up those accounts, especially with donations and everything else, especially energy moving, etc. It blows my mind. It hurts my brain. I feel like I have a master's degree. I'm going to need a PhD to figure out how somebody could run 10 MCOC accounts at once. But I know you people out there exist. You're probably far better at the game than I do, and maybe you just know how to efficiently use your time. I don't know. But regardless, the days of running these 10 accounts without any kind of backlash from Kabam appear to be over. So be warned, if you're somebody that maybe has like a bunch of free-to-play accounts along with your pay-to-play account, and you're in the same alliance, and maybe you've got similar ratings between the accounts, you are risking a red flag from the Kabam server, and that red flag could ultimately cost your alliance really important Alliance War rating points, and they're never going to tell you why you lost those points, so you are left to understand yourself that it's probably because that red flag is being caused by you logging into multiple accounts on the same device. So I hope this video helps. This is not something that I bring to the community with glee or any kind of sense of happiness. I am sad for those people who have spent their lives making 10 accounts that no longer can do their strategy, but it's the world that we live in now, and it's just one that going forward, Kabam doesn't look to be changing anytime soon, so it's good information for those of you that this affects. How many accounts have you seen that's a record number of accounts in an alliance that someone claims to be running at once? 10 looks to be my record, but maybe you can beat that. Comment below and let me know, and thanks as always for watching, liking, subscribing, and supporting my MCOC channel.